Building our house.
Building our house.
សាងសង់ផ្ទះ
Last year, my dad built a new house for our family.
Last year, my dad built a new house for our family.
កាលពីឆ្នាំមុនប៉ាខ្ញុំបានសង់ផ្ទះថ្មីមួយសម្រាប់គ្រួសារ
It was exciting to see it slowly take shape.
It was exciting to see it slowly take shape.
មានអារម្មណ៍រំភើបណាស់ពេលឃើញវាចេញជារូបរាងបន្តិចម្ដង
First, the workers dug deep holes for the foundation.
First, the workers dug deep holes for the foundation.
ដំបូងកម្មករបានជីករណ្ដៅជ្រៅៗដើម្បីធ្វើគ្រឹះ
They filled them with concrete and left them to dry.
They filled them with concrete and left them to dry.
ពួកគាត់បានចាក់បេតុងចូលហើយទុកវាឲ្យស្ងួត
After that, they started building the walls using strong bricks and cement.
After that, they started building the walls using strong bricks and cement.
បន្ទាប់មកពួកគាត់បានចាប់ផ្ដើមសង់ជញ្ជាំងដោយប្រើឥដ្ឋនិងស៊ីម៉ង់តដ៏រឹងមាំ
I watched as each room started to form.
I watched as each room started to form.
ខ្ញុំបានឃើញនៅពេលដែលបន្ទប់នីមួយៗចាប់ផ្ដើមចេញជារូបរាង
It was amazing to see how the windows and doors were carefully placed.
It was amazing to see how the windows and doors were carefully placed.
វាអស្ចារ្យណាស់ក្នុងការមើលពីរបៀបដែលបង្អួចនិងទ្វារត្រូវបានគេដាក់យ៉ាងប្រុងប្រយ័ត្ន
The roof was the most interesting part.
The roof was the most interesting part.
ដំបូលគឺជាផ្នែកគួរឲ្យចាប់អារម្មណ៍ជាងគេ
They constructed it piece by piece, ensuring it would keep us safe from rain and sunshine.
They constructed it piece by piece, ensuring it would keep us safe from rain and sunshine.
គេបានប្រក់វាមួយសន្លឹកម្ដងដើម្បីឲ្យច្បាស់ថាវានឹងអាចការពារយើងពីទឹកភ្លៀងនិងពន្លឺថ្ងៃបាន
Finally, when everything was done, we moved in.
Finally, when everything was done, we moved in.
ចុងបញ្ចប់នៅពេលដែលអ្វីៗគ្រប់យ៉ាងរួចរាល់ពួកយើងក៏រើអីវ៉ាន់ចូល
It was fantastic to have a new place to call home.
It was fantastic to have a new place to call home.
វាពិតជាអស្ចារ្យណាស់ដែលមានកន្លែងថ្មីសម្រាប់ហៅថាផ្ទះ
I'm grateful to my dad for building our cozy and beautiful house.
I'm grateful to my dad for building our cozy and beautiful house.
ខ្ញុំអរគុណប៉ារបស់ខ្ញុំខ្លាំងណាស់ដែលបានសាងសង់ផ្ទះដ៏កក់ក្ដៅនិងស្រស់ស្អាតរបស់យើង
No smoking.
No smoking.
ហាមជក់បារី
Smoking is not good for us. It's harmful.
Smoking is not good for us. It's harmful.
ការជក់បារីមិនល្អសម្រាប់យើងទេវាមានគ្រោះថ្នាក់
When people smoke, they breathe in bad air.
When people smoke, they breathe in bad air.
នៅពេលដែលមនុស្សជក់បារីពួកគាត់ដកដង្ហើមយកខ្យល់មិនល្អចូលទៅក្នុងខ្លួន
It can make them sick and cause problems with their lungs.
It can make them sick and cause problems with their lungs.
វាអាចធ្វើឲ្យពួកគាត់ធ្លាក់ខ្លួនឈឺនិងបង្កបញ្ហាដល់សួតរបស់ពួកគាត់
Smoking smells bad, too.
Smoking smells bad, too.
ការជក់បារីក៏ធំក្លិនអាក្រក់ផងដែរ
The smoke stays in the air and can bother other people who don't smoke.
The smoke stays in the air and can bother other people who don't smoke.
ផ្សែងនៅវិលវល់ក្នុងខ្យល់ហើយអាចរំខានដល់មនុស្សផ្សេងទៀតដែលមិនចេះជក់បារី
That's why many places have signs saying no smoking.
That's why many places have signs saying no smoking.
នោះហើយជាមូលហេតុដែលកន្លែងជាច្រើនមានស្លាកសញ្ញាថាហាមជក់បារី
It means no one can smoke there.
It means no one can smoke there.
វាមានន័យថាគ្មាននរណាម្នាក់អាចជក់បារីនៅទីនោះបានទេ
My mom says smoking is unhealthy.
My mom says smoking is unhealthy.
ម៉ាក់ខ្ញុំនិយាយថាការជក់បារីមិនល្អចំពោះសុខភាពទេ
She tells me it's essential to keep our bodies healthy and stay away from smoking.
She tells me it's essential to keep our bodies healthy and stay away from smoking.
គាត់ប្រាប់ខ្ញុំថាយើងត្រូវតែថែរាងកាយរបស់យើងឲ្យមានសុខភាពល្អនិងនៅឲ្យឆ្ងាយពីបារី
We should choose fresh air and exercise instead of smoking.
We should choose fresh air and exercise instead of smoking.
យើងគួរជ្រើសរើសយកខ្យល់អាកាសបរិសុទ្ធនិងការហាត់ប្រាណជាជាងការជក់បារី
Remember, saying no to smoking helps us and everyone around us stay healthy and strong.
Remember, saying no to smoking helps us and everyone around us stay healthy and strong.
ត្រូវចាំថាការឆ្លើយថាទេចំពោះការជក់បារីគឺជួយខ្លួនយើងនិងមនុស្សគ្រប់គ្នានៅជុំវិញយើងឲ្យមានសុខភាពល្អនិងរឹងមាំ
Let's keep our lungs clean and avoid smoking.
Let's keep our lungs clean and avoid smoking.
ចូលរក្សាសួតរបស់យើងឲ្យនៅស្អាតនិងជៀសវាងការជក់បារី
Fire.
Fire.
អគ្គីភ័យ
Once, there was a fire in my neighborhood.
Once, there was a fire in my neighborhood.
នៅពេលមួយនោះមានអគ្គីភ័យកើតឡើងនៅក្នុងសង្កាត់របស់ខ្ញុំ
It was scary. I heard loud noises and saw smoke outside.
It was scary. I heard loud noises and saw smoke outside.
គួរឲ្យខ្លាចណាស់ខ្ញុំបានឮសំឡេងខ្លាំងៗហើយបានឃើញផ្សែងហុយចេញមកក្រៅ
Everyone quickly went outside and called the firefighters.
Everyone quickly went outside and called the firefighters.
មនុស្សគ្រប់គ្នាប្រញាប់រត់ចេញមកក្រៅហើយទូរស័ព្ទទៅអ្នកពន្លត់អគ្គីភ័យ
The firefighters came with big trucks.
The firefighters came with big trucks.
ក្រុមអ្នកពន្លត់អគ្គីភ័យបានមកដល់ជាមួយនឹងឡានបាញ់ទឹកធំៗ
They wore special clothes and carried hoses to put out the fire.
They wore special clothes and carried hoses to put out the fire.
ពួកគាត់ស្លៀកសម្លៀកបំពាក់ពិសេសនិងកាន់ទុយយកបាញ់ទឹកដើម្បីពន្លត់ភ្លើង
They sprayed water on the fire.
They sprayed water on the fire.
ពួកគាត់បានបាញ់ទឹកទៅលើភ្លើង
I saw the flames getting smaller and smaller until they disappeared.
I saw the flames getting smaller and smaller until they disappeared.
ខ្ញុំបានឃើញថាអណ្ដាតភ្លើងកាន់តែតូចទៅរហូតដល់វារលត់បាត់
The firefighters helped everyone stay safe.
The firefighters helped everyone stay safe.
អ្នកពន្លត់អគ្គីភ័យបានជួយមនុស្សគ្រប់គ្នាឲ្យមានសុវត្ថិភាព
They told us not to go inside until everything was okay.
They told us not to go inside until everything was okay.
ពួកគាត់បានប្រាប់យើងកុំឲ្យចូលទៅខាងក្នុងរហូតដល់ពេលដែលអ្វីៗអស់បញ្ហា
Thankfully, nobody got hurt.
Thankfully, nobody got hurt.
សំណាងណាស់គ្មាននរណាម្នាក់រងរបួសទេ
The firefighters were like heroes who saved the day.
The firefighters were like heroes who saved the day.
អ្នកពន្លត់អគ្គីភ័យប្រៀបដូចជាវីរបុរសដែលបានមកជួយសង្គ្រោះជីវិតមនុស្សនៅថ្ងៃនោះ
After the fire, we talked about fire safety.
After the fire, we talked about fire safety.
បន្ទាប់ពីអគ្គីភ័យចប់សពគ្រប់យើងបាននិយាយគ្នាអំពីការរក្សាសុវត្ថិភាពអគ្គីភ័យ
Mom said we should have a fire escape plan.
Mom said we should have a fire escape plan.
ម៉ាក់បាននិយាយថាយើងគួរតែមានផែនការរត់គេចនៅពេលមានអគ្គីភ័យ
And check our smoke alarms to stay safe.
And check our smoke alarms to stay safe.
និងពិនិត្យមើលសំឡេងរោនៅពេលមានផ្សែងដើម្បីរក្សាសុវត្ថិភាព
A country girl.
A country girl.
ក្មេងស្រីស្រុកស្រែ
Sophie is a country girl.
Sophie is a country girl.
សុភីគឺជាក្មេងស្រីស្រុកស្រែម្នាក់
She lives in a small village, surrounded by fields and trees.
She lives in a small village, surrounded by fields and trees.
នាងរស់នៅក្នុងភូមិតូចមួយព័ទ្ធជុំវិញដោយវាលស្រែនិងដើមឈើ
Every morning, she wakes up to the sound of roosters crowing.
Every morning, she wakes up to the sound of roosters crowing.
ជារៀងរាល់ព្រឹកនាងភ្ញាក់ពីដំណេកដោយសំឡេងមាន់រងាវ
She helps her parents feed the chickens and the cows.
She helps her parents feed the chickens and the cows.
នាងជួយឪពុកម្ដាយដាក់ចំណីឲ្យមាន់និងគោ
Sophie loves taking care of the animals. They are her friends.
Sophie loves taking care of the animals. They are her friends.
សុភីចូលចិត្តមើលថែសត្វណាស់ពួកវាជាមិត្តរបស់នាង
Sophie enjoys the simple life in the countryside.
Sophie enjoys the simple life in the countryside.
សុភីរីករាយនឹងជីវិតរស់នៅបែបសាមញ្ញនៅស្រុកស្រែ
She loves the fresh air, the open spaces, and the quietness.
She loves the fresh air, the open spaces, and the quietness.
នាងស្រឡាញ់ខ្យល់អាកាសបរិសុទ្ធទីវាលធំទូលាយនិងភាពស្ងប់ស្ងាត់
She feels happiest surrounded by nature, where she can run and play freely.
She feels happiest surrounded by nature, where she can run and play freely.
នាងមានអារម្មណ៍សប្បាយរីករាយបំផុតដែលហ៊ុំព័ទ្ធទៅដោយធម្មជាតិជាកន្លែងដែលនាងអាចរត់លេងដោយសេរី
When the sun sets, Sophie and her family gather around a dinner table.
When the sun sets, Sophie and her family gather around a dinner table.
ពេលថ្ងៃលិចសុភីនិងក្រុមគ្រួសាររបស់នាងជួបជុំគ្នានៅជុំវិញតុបាយ
They tell stories and sing songs.
They tell stories and sing songs.
ពួកគាត់និទានរឿងនិងច្រៀងលេងកម្សាន្ត
Sophie's favorite part of the day.
Sophie's favorite part of the day.
ពេលវេលាដែលសុភីចូលចិត្តបំផុត
is when her grandmother tells old folk tales about creatures living in the woods.
Is when her grandmother tells old folk tales about creatures living in the woods.
គឺនៅពេលដែលជីដូនរបស់នាងនិទានរឿងព្រេងបុរាណអំពីសត្វនានាដែលរស់នៅក្នុងព្រៃ
Even though she sometimes wonders about life in the city.
Even though she sometimes wonders about life in the city.
ទោះបីជាពេលខ្លះនាងឆ្ងល់ពីជីវិតនៅក្នុងទីក្រុងក៏ដោយ
Sophie cherishes the peacefulness and beauty of the countryside.
Sophie cherishes the peacefulness and beauty of the countryside.
ក៏សុភីនៅតែស្រឡាញ់ភាពស្ងប់ស្ងាត់និងភាពស្រស់ស្អាតនៅស្រុកស្រែដែរ
To her, it's the best place in the world.
To her, it's the best place in the world.
ចំពោះនាងវាជាកន្លែងល្អបំផុតនៅក្នុងពិភពលោកនេះ
Got sunburnt.
Got sunburnt.
រលាកកម្ដៅថ្ងៃ
Last Saturday, I went to the beach and forgot to put on sunscreen.
Last Saturday, I went to the beach and forgot to put on sunscreen.
កាលពីថ្ងៃសៅរ៍កន្លងទៅខ្ញុំបានទៅលេងឆ្នេរសមុទ្រហើយភ្លេចលាបឡេការពារកម្ដៅថ្ងៃ
The sun was very strong, and I got sunburnt.
The sun was very strong, and I got sunburnt.
ព្រះអាទិត្យក្ដៅខ្លាំងណាស់ ហើយខ្ញុំក៏បានរលាកកម្ដៅថ្ងៃ
I played in the sand and splashed in the water for a long time.
I played in the sand and splashed in the water for a long time.
ខ្ញុំបានលេងដីខ្សាច់និងលេងសាច់ទឹកយ៉ាងយូរ
I didn't realize how hot the sun was.
I didn't realize how hot the sun was.
ខ្ញុំមិនបានដឹងថាព្រះអាទិត្យក្តៅប៉ុណ្ណាទេ
Later, my skin felt hot and looked red like a lobster.
Later, my skin felt hot and looked red like a lobster.
ក្រោយមកមានអារម្មណ៍ថាស្បែករបស់ខ្ញុំក្តៅហើយមើលទៅពណ៌ក្រហមដូចបង្កងអញ្ចឹង
It hurt a lot, and my skin felt very tight.
It hurt a lot, and my skin felt very tight.
វាឈឺខ្លាំងណាស់ហើយស្បែករបស់ខ្ញុំមានសភាពតឹងខ្លាំង
I learned that sunscreen helps protect our skin from getting burned by the sun.
I learned that sunscreen helps protect our skin from getting burned by the sun.
ខ្ញុំបានដឹងថាលេខការពារកម្ដៅថ្ងៃជួយការពារស្បែករបស់យើងពីការរលាកកម្ដៅថ្ងៃ
Next time, I'll remember to use sunscreen before going out in the sun.
Next time, I'll remember to use sunscreen before going out in the sun.
លើកក្រោយខ្ញុំនឹងចាំថាត្រូវប្រើលេខការពារកម្ដៅថ្ងៃមុនពេលចេញទៅក្រៅក្រោមពន្លឺថ្ងៃ
To avoid getting sunburnt again.
To avoid getting sunburnt again.
ដើម្បីកុំឲ្យរលាកកម្ដៅថ្ងៃទៀត
After getting sunburnt, I had to stay inside and put aloe vera gel on my skin.
After getting sunburnt, I had to stay inside and put aloe vera gel on my skin.
បន្ទាប់ពីរលាកកម្ដៅថ្ងៃខ្ញុំត្រូវនៅក្នុងម្លប់និងលាបជែលប្រទាលកន្ទុយក្រពើលើស្បែក
It felt cooler and helped my skin feel better.
It felt cooler and helped my skin feel better.
មានអារម្មណ៍ថាវាត្រជាក់និងជួយដល់ស្បែកធ្វើឲ្យខ្ញុំមានអារម្មណ៍ល្អ
I also drank lots of water to stay hydrated.
I also drank lots of water to stay hydrated.
ខ្ញុំក៏បានផឹកទឹកច្រើនដើម្បីរក្សាជាតិទឹកក្នុងខ្លួនផងដែរ
Sunburns can be painful.
Sunburns can be painful.
ការរលាកកម្ដៅថ្ងៃអាចមានការឈឺចាប់
So it's essential to take care of our skin and stay safe in the sun.
So it's essential to take care of our skin and stay safe in the sun.
ដូច្នេះយើងត្រូវថែរក្សាស្បែករបស់យើងនិងរក្សាសុវត្ថិភាពពេលនៅក្រោមពន្លឺថ្ងៃ
In the future.
In the future.
នៅពេលអនាគត
In the future, many things might change.
In the future, many things might change.
នៅពេលអនាគតអ្វីៗជាច្រើនអាចនឹងផ្លាស់ប្ដូរ
We might have flying cars or robots that help us.
We might have flying cars or robots that help us.
យើងអាចនឹងមានឡានហោះឬមនុស្សយន្តដែលជួយយើងបាន
People could live on other planets or travel to space for vacations.
People could live on other planets or travel to space for vacations.
មនុស្សអាចទៅរស់នៅលើភពផ្សេងទៀតឬធ្វើដំណើរទៅកាន់លំហអាកាសនៅពេលវិស្សមកាល
Technology might become even more advanced, making our lives easier.
Technology might become even more advanced, making our lives easier.
បច្ចេកវិទ្យាអាចនឹងកាន់តែជឿនលឿនជាងមុនដែលធ្វើឲ្យជីវិតរបស់យើងកាន់តែងាយស្រួល
We might have new ways to protect the environment.
We might have new ways to protect the environment.
យើងអាចនឹងមានវិធីថ្មីៗក្នុងការការពារបរិស្ថាន
Maybe there will be more trees and clean air for everyone.
Maybe there will be more trees and clean air for everyone.
អាចនឹងមានដើមឈើនិងខ្យល់អាកាសបរិសុទ្ធកាន់តែច្រើនសម្រាប់យើងគ្រប់គ្នា
People might use more renewable energy, like solar power or wind energy.
People might use more renewable energy, like solar power or wind energy.
មនុស្សអាចនឹងប្រើថាមពលកកើតឡើងវិញកាន់តែច្រើនដូចជាថាមពលពន្លឺព្រះអាទិត្យឬថាមពលខ្យល់
In the future, we might learn more about different animals and protect them better.
In the future, we might learn more about different animals and protect them better.
នៅពេលអនាគតយើងអាចនឹងយល់ដឹងកាន់តែច្រើនអំពីសត្វផ្សេងៗនិងអាចការពារពួកវាបានល្អជាងមុន
Everyone might work together to make the world a better place.
Everyone might work together to make the world a better place.
មនុស្សគ្រប់គ្នាអាចនឹងធ្វើការជាមួយគ្នាដើម្បីធ្វើឲ្យពិភពលោកកាន់តែល្អប្រសើរ
It's essential to think about how we can make the future a wonderful place for everyone.
It's essential to think about how we can make the future a wonderful place for everyone.
យើងត្រូវតែគិតគូរអំពីរបៀបដែលយើងអាចធ្វើឲ្យអនាគតក្លាយជាកន្លែងដ៏អស្ចារ្យសម្រាប់មនុស្សគ្រប់រូប
My daily schedule.
My daily schedule.
ការវិភាគប្រចាំថ្ងៃរបស់ខ្ញុំ
I have a routine every day.
I have a routine every day.
ខ្ញុំមានទម្លាប់ប្រចាំថ្ងៃរបស់ខ្ញុំ
In the morning, I wake up early.
In the morning, I wake up early.
នៅពេលព្រឹកខ្ញុំក្រោកពីព្រលឹម
I brush my teeth, wash my face, and have breakfast with my family.
I brush my teeth, wash my face, and have breakfast with my family.
ខ្ញុំដុសធ្មេញលុបមុខនិងញ៉ាំអាហារពេលព្រឹកជាមួយគ្រួសារ
Then I go to school.
Then I go to school.
បន្ទាប់មកខ្ញុំទៅសាលារៀន
I study different subjects like math, English, and science.
I study different subjects like math, English, and science. ខ្ញុំរៀនមុខវិជ្ជាផ្សេងៗដូចជាគណិតវិទ្យា ភ
ភាសាអង់គ្លេសនិងវិទ្យាសាស្ត្រ
I also have fun playing with my friends during recess.
I also have fun playing with my friends during recess.
ខ្ញុំក៏សប្បាយលេងជាមួយមិត្តភ័ក្តិរបស់ខ្ញុំក្នុងពេលចេញលេងផងដែរ
After school, I come home and do my homework.
After school, I come home and do my homework.
ពេលចេញពីរៀនខ្ញុំមកផ្ទះរួចធ្វើកិច្ចការផ្ទះ
It's essential to finish it before dinner.
It's essential to finish it before dinner.
ខ្ញុំត្រូវតែបញ្ចប់វាឲ្យបានមុនពេលញ៉ាំអាហារពេលល្ងាច
In the evening, I have dinner with my family.
In the evening, I have dinner with my family.
នៅពេលល្ងាចខ្ញុំញ៉ាំអាហារពេលល្ងាចជាមួយគ្រួសាររបស់ខ្ញុំ
We talk about our day and share stories.
We talk about our day and share stories.
យើងនិយាយប្រាប់គ្នាអំពីរឿងរ៉ាវផ្សេងៗដែលយើងបានជួបនៅក្នុងថ្ងៃនោះ
Before bedtime, I brush my teeth, take a warm bath, and put on my pajamas.
Before bedtime, I brush my teeth, take a warm bath, and put on my pajamas.
មុនចូលគេងខ្ញុំដុសធ្មេញងូតទឹកក្តៅអ៊ុនៗរួចស្លៀកពាក់ខោអាវគេងយប់
Mom or Dad reads me a bedtime story.
Mom or Dad reads me a bedtime story.
ជួនកាលម៉ាក់ជួនកាលប៉ាគាត់អានរឿងនិទានឲ្យខ្ញុំស្ដាប់
It's my favorite time of the day.
It's my favorite time of the day.
នេះជាពេលដែលខ្ញុំចូលចិត្តបំផុតក្នុងមួយថ្ងៃ
My uncle.
My uncle.
ពូរបស់ខ្ញុំ
My uncle is a kind and funny person.
My uncle is a kind and funny person.
ពូរបស់ខ្ញុំជាមនុស្សមានចិត្តល្អនិងចូលចិត្តលេងសើច
He tells jokes that make everyone laugh.
He tells jokes that make everyone laugh.
គាត់និយាយរឿងកំប្លែងដែលធ្វើឲ្យគេគ្រប់គ្នាសើចសប្បាយ
He's good at fixing things around the house.
He's good at fixing things around the house.
គាត់ពូកែជួសជុលរបស់របរផ្សេងៗនៅជុំវិញផ្ទះ
Sometimes, he helps me build toys or fix my bicycle.
Sometimes he helps me build toys or fix my bicycle.
ពេលខ្លះគាត់ជួយខ្ញុំធ្វើរបស់ក្មេងលេងឬជួសជុលកង់របស់ខ្ញុំ
He's really smart.
He's really smart.
គាត់ពិតជាឆ្លាតណាស់
My uncle takes us on adventures to the park or the zoo.
My uncle takes us on adventures to the park or the zoo.
ពូនាំពួកខ្ញុំធ្វើដំណើរផ្សងព្រេងទៅលេងនៅក្នុងឧទ្យានឬសួនសត្វ
We go cycling and have lots of fun together.
We go cycling and have lots of fun together.
យើងជិះកង់ដើរលេងនិងមានភាពសប្បាយរីករាយជាច្រើនជាមួយគ្នា
He's the coolest uncle ever.
He's the coolest uncle ever.
គាត់ជាពូដែលល្អបំផុត
When I need help with homework, he explains things in a simple way.
When I need help with homework, he explains things in a simple way.
ពេលខ្ញុំត្រូវការជំនួយក្នុងការធ្វើកិច្ចការផ្ទះគាត់ពន្យល់មកតាមបែបងាយៗ
He's patient, and he helps me understand everything better.
He's patient, and he helps me understand everything better.
គាត់ជាមនុស្សចេះអត់ធ្មត់ហើយគាត់ធ្វើឲ្យខ្ញុំយល់ដឹងអ្វីៗគ្រប់យ៉ាងកាន់តែច្បាស់
I love spending time with my uncle because he's caring.
I love spending time with my uncle because he's caring.
ខ្ញុំចូលចិត្តចំណាយពេលនៅជាមួយពូរបស់ខ្ញុំ
Playful, and teaches me lots of new things.
Playful, and teaches me lots of new things.
ព្រោះគាត់ចេះយកចិត្តទុកដាក់លេងសើចនិងចេះបង្រៀនខ្ញុំអ្វីៗថ្មីៗជាច្រើន
We celebrate special days together, like birthdays and holidays.
We celebrate special days together, like birthdays and holidays.
យើងធ្វើពិធីនៅថ្ងៃពិសេសជាមួយគ្នាដូចជាថ្ងៃខួបកំណើតនិងថ្ងៃបុណ្យជាដើម
He makes every celebration extra fun.
He makes every celebration extra fun.
គាត់ធ្វើឲ្យគ្រប់ពិធីកាន់តែមានភាពសប្បាយរីករាយបន្ថែមទៀត
By planning surprises or playing funny pranks.
By planning surprises or playing funny pranks.
ដោយការរៀបចំការភ្ញាក់ផ្អើលឬបង្កើតរឿងឲ្យភ័យដើម្បីសើចសប្បាយ
He's the best uncle in the world, and I'm lucky to have him in my life.
He's the best uncle in the world, and I'm lucky to have him in my life.
គាត់ជាពូល្អបំផុតក្នុងលោកហើយខ្ញុំសំណាងណាស់ដែលមានគាត់ក្នុងជីវិតរបស់ខ្ញុំ
Dropping my phone.
Dropping my phone.
ធ្លាក់ទូរស័ព្ទ
Today, I accidentally dropped my phone.
Today, I accidentally dropped my phone.
ថ្ងៃនេះខ្ញុំបានធ្វើឲ្យធ្លាក់ទូរស័ព្ទដោយចៃដន្យ
I was holding my phone and walking.
I was holding my phone and walking.
ខ្ញុំកំពុងតែកាន់ទូរស័ព្ទហើយដើរ
When suddenly I tripped over my water bottle on the floor.
When suddenly I tripped over my water bottle on the floor.
ស្រាប់តែពេលនោះខ្ញុំជំពប់ជើងនឹងដបទឹករបស់ខ្ញុំនៅលើការ៉ូ
The phone slipped from my hand and dropped to the floor with a loud thud.
The phone slipped from my hand and dropped to the floor with a loud thud.
ទូរស័ព្ទបានរបូតពីដៃខ្ញុំរួចធ្លាក់ទៅលើការ៉ូឬសូផាំង
I felt worried and sad because I thought it might be broken.
I felt worried and sad because I thought it might be broken.
ខ្ញុំមានអារម្មណ៍ថាភ័យនិងសោកស្ដាយព្រោះខ្ញុំគិតថាវាអាចនឹងខូច
I quickly picked it up and checked if everything was okay.
I quickly picked it up and checked if everything was okay.
ខ្ញុំបានរើសវាយ៉ាងលឿនហើយពិនិត្យមើលថាតើអ្វីៗនៅល្អឬទេ
Thankfully, it had just a few tiny scratches.
Thankfully, it had just a few tiny scratches.
ជាសំណាងល្អវាមានតែស្នាមឆ្កូតតូចៗ 2-3 ប៉ុណ្ណោះ
I felt relieved, but I also learned a lesson.
I felt relieved, but I also learned a lesson.
ខ្ញុំមានអារម្មណ៍ធូរចិត្តប៉ុន្តែនេះក៏ជាមេរៀនមួយរបស់ខ្ញុំដែរ
Now, I'm more careful when I'm holding my phone.
Now, I'm more careful when I'm holding my phone.
ឥឡូវនេះខ្ញុំកាន់តែប្រុងប្រយ័ត្នជាងមុនពេលខ្ញុំកាន់ទូរស័ព្ទ
I make sure to walk slowly and pay attention to where I'm going.
I make sure to walk slowly and pay attention to where I'm going.
ខ្ញុំត្រូវដើរយឺតៗនិងត្រូវយកចិត្តទុកដាក់មើលកន្លែងដែលខ្ញុំកំពុងទៅ
Accidents happen, but being cautious can help prevent them.
Accidents happen, but being cautious can help prevent them.
ឧបទ្ទវហេតុតែងតែកើតឡើងប៉ុន្តែការប្រុងប្រយ័ត្នអាចជួយទប់ស្កាត់វាបាន
I'll try my best to keep my phone safe from now on.
I'll try my best to keep my phone safe from now on.
ខ្ញុំនឹងព្យាយាមឲ្យអស់ពីសមត្ថភាពដើម្បីរក្សាសុវត្ថិភាពទូរស័ព្ទរបស់ខ្ញុំចាប់ពីពេលនេះតទៅ
Next time, I'll also be more careful.
Next time, I'll also be more careful.
លើកក្រោយខ្ញុំក៏នឹងត្រូវប្រុងប្រយ័ត្នបន្ថែមទៀត
About keeping water bottles off the floor to avoid accidents like this one.
About keeping water bottles off the floor to avoid accidents like this one.
ក្នុងការទុកដាក់ដុកទឹកឲ្យផុតពីការ៉ូដើម្បីជៀសវាងឧបទ្ទវហេតុបែបនេះទៀត
Breaking a vase.
Breaking a vase.
បែកថូផ្កា
I accidentally broke a vase yesterday.
I accidentally broke a vase yesterday.
ខ្ញុំបានធ្វើឲ្យបែកថូផ្កាមួយដោយចៃដន្យកាលពីម្សិលមិញ
I was playing in the living room when I bumped into a table.
I was playing in the living room when I bumped into a table.
ខ្ញុំកំពុងតែលេងនៅក្នុងបន្ទប់ទទួលភ្ញៀវស្រាប់តែពេលនោះខ្ញុំទៅបុកនឹងតុ
The vase sitting on top wobbled and fell down, crashing onto the floor.
The vase sitting on top wobbled and fell down, crashing onto the floor.
ថូដែលនៅលើតុនោះបានរង្គើទ្រិតទ្រោតរួចក៏ធ្លាក់មកលើការ៉ូ
I felt so worried and sad because the vase broke into pieces.
I felt so worried and sad because the vase broke into pieces.
ខ្ញុំមានអារម្មណ៍ភ័យនិងសោកស្ដាយយ៉ាងខ្លាំងព្រោះថូនោះបែកជាបំណែកតូចៗខ្ទេចខ្ទីអស់
I told my mom right away.
I told my mom right away.
ខ្ញុំបានទៅប្រាប់ម៉ាក់របស់ខ្ញុំភ្លាមៗ
She wasn't upset. She just reminded me to be more careful.
She wasn't upset. She just reminded me to be more careful.
គាត់មិនខឹងទេគាត់គ្រាន់តែរំលឹកខ្ញុំឲ្យប្រុងប្រយ័ត្នបន្ថែមទៀត
We cleaned up the broken pieces together.
We cleaned up the broken pieces together.
ម៉ាក់និងខ្ញុំបានប្រមូលកោបកំទេចកំទីនោះជាមួយគ្នា
Making sure there were no tiny bits left on the floor.
Making sure there were no tiny bits left on the floor.
ដោយធ្វើយ៉ាងណាកុំឲ្យនៅសល់បំណែកតូចណាមួយនៅលើការ៉ូ
My mom said accidents happen, and it's essential to learn from them.
My mom said accidents happen, and it's essential to learn from them.
ម៉ាក់ខ្ញុំបាននិយាយថាឧបទ្ទវហេតុតែងតែកើតឡើងហើយយើងត្រូវតែរៀនសូត្រពីវា
Now, I'm more careful when I play near things that could break.
Now, I'm more careful when I play near things that could break.
ឥឡូវនេះខ្ញុំចេះប្រុងប្រយ័ត្នជាងមុនពេលខ្ញុំលេងនៅក្បែរវត្ថុដែលអាចបែកបាន
I also understand the importance of being cautious.
I also understand the importance of being cautious.
ខ្ញុំក៏យល់ពីសារៈសំខាន់នៃការប្រុងប្រយ័ត្ន
And taking responsibility when accidents occur.
And taking responsibility when accidents occur.
និងការទទួលខុសត្រូវនៅពេលមានឧបទ្ទវហេតុកើតឡើង
Spilling coffee.
Spilling coffee.
កំពុបកាហ្វេ
I just finished writing that letter, but something unexpected happened.
I just finished writing that letter, but something unexpected happened.
ខ្ញុំទើបតែសរសេរសម្បត្តិនោះចប់ប៉ុន្តែមានរឿងហួសចិត្តមួយបានកើតឡើង
I accidentally spilled coffee on it.
I accidentally spilled coffee on it.
គឺខ្ញុំបានធ្វើឲ្យកំពុបកាហ្វេលើវាដោយចៃដន្យ
As I was about to place the cup down.
As I was about to place the cup down.
ពេលខ្ញុំរៀបនឹងដាក់ពែងចុះ
My hand slipped, and the coffee spilled onto the paper.
My hand slipped, and the coffee spilled onto the paper.
ខ្ញុំក៏រអិលដៃហើយកាហ្វេក៏កំពុបទៅលើក្រដាស
I felt worried and a bit upset because I worked hard on that letter.
I felt worried and a bit upset because I worked hard on that letter.
ខ្ញុំមានអារម្មណ៍ថាភ័យនិងខឹងចិត្តបន្តិចដែរព្រោះខ្ញុំបានខំប្រឹងសរសេរសម្បត្តិនោះខ្លាំងណាស់
Quickly, I grabbed a cloth and tried to clean it up.
Quickly, I grabbed a cloth and tried to clean it up.
ភ្លាមនោះខ្ញុំបានទៅយកក្រណាត់មួយមកហើយព្យាយាមជូតវា
Although the words got a little smudged and the paper wrinkled.
Although the words got a little smudged and the paper wrinkled.
ទោះបីជាអក្សរទាំងនោះរលុបតិចៗហើយក្រដាសជ្រួញបន្តិចក៏ដោយ
I managed to salvage most of it.
I managed to salvage most of it.
ក៏ខ្ញុំអាចជួយសង្គ្រោះវាបានស្ទើរតែទាំងអស់ដែរ
I also made sure to let it dry properly.
I also made sure to let it dry properly.
ខ្ញុំក៏ត្រូវទុកវាឲ្យស្ងួតល្អផងដែរ
Now, I understand the importance of being more careful.
Now, I understand the importance of being more careful.
ឥឡូវនេះខ្ញុំយល់អំពីសារៈសំខាន់នៃការប្រុងប្រយ័ត្នហើយ
Especially when holding something near important papers.
Especially when holding something near important papers.
ជាពិសេសនៅពេលកាន់អ្វីមួយនៅជិតឯកសារសំខាន់ៗ
I've learned to double-check before placing drinks near my work.
I've learned to double-check before placing drinks near my work.
ខ្ញុំបានដឹងថាត្រូវពិនិត្យពីរដងមុននឹងដាក់ភេសជ្ជៈនៅជិតកន្លែងធ្វើការរបស់ខ្ញុំ
To avoid another mishap like this one.
To avoid another mishap like this one.
ដើម្បីជៀសវាងនៅឧបទ្ទវហេតុផ្សេងៗដូចករណីនេះទៀត
Spraining my ankle.
Spraining my ankle.
ក្រេកកជើង
Last week, I accidentally sprained my ankle.
Last week, I accidentally sprained my ankle.
កាលពីសប្តាហ៍មុនខ្ញុំបានក្រេកកជើងដោយចៃដន្យ
It hurt a lot.
It hurt a lot.
វាឈឺខ្លាំងណាស់
I was playing outside when I jumped and landed awkwardly.
I was playing outside when I jumped and landed awkwardly.
ខ្ញុំកំពុងតែលេងនៅខាងក្រៅស្រាប់តែពេលនោះខ្ញុំលោតហើយធ្លាក់មកវិញខុសទំនង
Suddenly, I felt a sharp pain in my ankle, and it was hard to walk.
Suddenly, I felt a sharp pain in my ankle, and it was hard to walk.
រំពេចនោះខ្ញុំមានអារម្មណ៍ថាឈឺកជើងយ៉ាងខ្លាំងហើយដើរសឹងតែមិនរួច
I felt scared because it hurt so much.
I felt scared because it hurt so much.
ខ្ញុំមានអារម្មណ៍ភិតភ័យព្រោះវាឈឺចាប់ខ្លាំងណាស់
My mom helped me by putting some ice on it and wrapping it with a bandage.
My mom helped me by putting some ice on it and wrapping it with a bandage.
ម៉ាក់បានជួយខ្ញុំដោយដាក់ទឹកកកលើវាហើយរុំវាដោយបង់រុំរបួស
She told me to rest and not put weight on it for some time.
She told me to rest and not put weight on it for some time.
គាត់បានប្រាប់ខ្ញុំឲ្យសម្រាកនិងហាមមិនឲ្យដាក់អ្វីមួយធ្ងន់លើវាមួយរយៈសិន
I felt a little better after that.
I felt a little better after that.
ខ្ញុំមានអារម្មណ៍ល្អបន្តិចឡើងវិញបន្ទាប់ពីធ្វើបែបនោះ
I learned that it's important to be careful while playing and not to jump too high.
I learned that it's important to be careful while playing and not to jump too high.
ខ្ញុំបានដឹងថា យើងត្រូវប្រុងប្រយ័ត្នពេលលេងហើយមិនត្រូវលោតខ្ពស់ពេកទេ
I also understood that it's essential to listen to my body and take care of myself when I'm hurt.
I also understood that it's essential to listen to my body and take care of myself when I'm hurt.
ខ្ញុំក៏បានយល់ដែរថាត្រូវស្ដាប់រាងកាយខ្លួនឯងនិងថែទាំវានៅពេលវាឈឺចាប់
The comfort of home.
The comfort of home.
ផ្ទះដ៏មានផាសុកភាព
I love being back home. It's cozy and warm.
I love being back home. It's cozy and warm.
ខ្ញុំចូលចិត្តណាស់ពេលត្រឡប់មកផ្ទះវិញវាស្រួលខ្លួននិងកក់ក្ដៅ
When I come back from school, Mom welcomes me with a smile.
When I come back from school, Mom welcomes me with a smile.
ពេលត្រឡប់មកពីសាលាវិញម៉ាក់ស្វាគមន៍ខ្ញុំទាំងទឹកមុខញញឹម
She asks about my day and gives me a hug.
She asks about my day and gives me a hug.
គាត់សួរសុខទុក្ខខ្ញុំហើយអោបខ្ញុំ
I take off my shoes and put on my comfy slippers.
I take off my shoes and put on my comfy slippers.
ខ្ញុំដោះស្បែកជើងចេញរួចពាក់ស្បែកជើងទន់ៗសម្រាប់ដើរក្នុងផ្ទះវិញ
I go to my room and put my backpack away.
I go to my room and put my backpack away.
ខ្ញុំដើរទៅបន្ទប់របស់ខ្ញុំរួចទុកកាតាបនៅកន្លែងរបស់វា
Then, I play with my toys or read my favorite books.
Then, I play with my toys or read my favorite books.
បន្ទាប់មកខ្ញុំលេងប្រដាប់ប្រដារបស់ខ្ញុំឬអានសៀវភៅដែលខ្ញុំចូលចិត្ត
I help Mom set the table for dinner.
I help Mom set the table for dinner.
ខ្ញុំជួយម៉ាក់រៀបចំតុសម្រាប់អាហារពេលល្ងាច
We eat together as a family and talk about our day.
We eat together as a family and talk about our day.
យើងហូបជុំគ្នាជាក្រុមគ្រួសារហើយនិយាយប្រាប់គ្នាពីអ្វីដែលយើងបានជួបនៅក្នុងថ្ងៃនោះ
Dad tells funny stories, and we all laugh.
Dad tells funny stories, and we all laugh.
ប៉ានិយាយរឿងកំប្លែងហើយយើងទាំងអស់គ្នាសើច
After dinner, I do my homework. Mom helps me if I need it.
After dinner, I do my homework. Mom helps me if I need it.
បន្ទាប់ពីអាហារពេលល្ងាចរួចខ្ញុំធ្វើកិច្ចការផ្ទះម៉ាក់ជួយខ្ញុំប្រសិនបើខ្ញុំត្រូវការ
Then, I take a relaxing bath before bedtime.
Then, I take a relaxing bath before bedtime.
បន្ទាប់មកខ្ញុំងូតទឹកបន្ធូរអារម្មណ៍មុនចូលគេង
I love my home. It's the best place, surrounded by love and happiness.
I love my home. It's the best place, surrounded by love and happiness.
ខ្ញុំស្រឡាញ់ផ្ទះរបស់ខ្ញុំវាជាកន្លែងដ៏ល្អបំផុតហ៊ុំព័ទ្ធដោយក្តីស្រឡាញ់និងសុភមង្គល
I feel safe and happy in my cozy bed.
I feel safe and happy in my cozy bed.
ខ្ញុំមានអារម្មណ៍ថាមានសុវត្ថិភាពនិងរីករាយនៅលើគ្រែដ៏កក់ក្ដៅរបស់ខ្ញុំ
Knowing that tomorrow will be another lovely day.
Knowing that tomorrow will be another lovely day.
ដោយដឹងថាថ្ងៃស្អែកនឹងក្លាយជាថ្ងៃដ៏គួរឲ្យស្រឡាញ់មួយទៀត